Picture this. For decades, China was the undisputed king of manufacturing. Nearly 30% of everything made on Earth came from Chinese factories, from the phone in your pocket to the clothes on your back to the furniture in your home. China built the world. But that empire? It's showing cracks. Giant factories are closing. Businesses like Samsung are shutting down their last plants in China. Even Apple is looking elsewhere, fast. What happened? How did the manufacturing king of the world suddenly find itself in a crisis so severe it's changing the global economy forever? And who stands to gain from China's fall? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the untold story of China's manufacturing collapse and how this earth-shaking shift could completely change the way you shop, the prices you pay, and even global power dynamics. The core reason businesses are fleeing China is simple. It's just not the most favorable place to produce goods anymore. But why is it so bad that even giants like Nike and Apple are running for the hills? Let's break it down. Reason number one, labor isn't cheap anymore. China built its empire on a massive, low-cost workforce. Back in 2005, the average factory worker made about $150 a month. Fast forward to 2025, that figure has soared to over $1,200. Compare that to Vietnam at $300 or India at $250. That dramatic jump, it wiped out China's biggest competitive advantage. And it's not just about costs. The younger generation in China, they despise factory jobs. They want white-collar work, tech, services. This creates labor shortages, driving wages even higher. It's gotten so bad, the government is practically begging students to go into manufacturing. Reason number two, the brutal US-China trade war. What started in 2018 is now a full-blown conflict. Tariffs are sky high. We're talking up to 245% on some goods entering the US. China retaliates with its own tariffs. This isn't just about numbers. It directly hits production costs for any company manufacturing there. Trying to make electronics with components from China, suddenly it's dramatically more expensive. Reason number three, the COVID-19 wake-up call. The pandemic exposed how vulnerable global supply chains were, especially relying so heavily on China. Factories shut down. China's zero COVID policy crippled production. Companies worldwide realized their entire operation was dependent on one country, and that was a terrifying risk. The world started looking for alternatives. So you have exploding costs, geopolitical tension, and the raw fear of supply chain collapse. Businesses are running, but who gets hit hardest by this? Well, everyone. But this crisis is about more than just products and prices. It's about geopolitics, power, and influence. China built its global standing on manufacturing wealth. They invested billions in Africa, securing resources and gaining political allies. What happens to China's global power as its economic foundation weakens? It's the biggest geopolitical question of the decade. So if China is losing the manufacturing crown, who is taking it? The answer is multiple countries are stepping up big time. Vietnam is a major winner. India is another rising star. Mexico is a serious contender, especially for the North American market. Thailand is a quiet surprise winner. It's Southeast Asia's second largest economy. The future of manufacturing isn't about one king, it's about a more decentralized, diversified network. Resilience and sustainability are replacing just low cost as the priority. Vietnam, India, Mexico, Thailand, Bangladesh, they're all becoming essential pieces of this new global puzzle. China will still be a major player, especially in high tech, but its era of dominance is undeniably shifting. This isn't just a crisis for China. It's an opportunity for the world to build a more balanced, resilient, and sustainable global economy. The manufacturing game is evolving, and the ripple effects are reshaping everything, from the price of your next phone to the balance of global power. What do you think about China's manufacturing crisis and the rise of these new players? Let me know in the comments below. If you learned something today, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out.